I take a look at the layout, I'm kind of just starting in this case with a circle, but it's kind of a star shape. 5, 6 points here. This one has 5. So as I take a look, just generally kind of getting the layout set up to it, and then going back into this and seeing whether or not I can follow, again, trying to look at this contour line for starter. Still have some of the basic pieces, because I'm just going to make it almost a tangent line right here to build this up. So just kind of going through this round line, seeing if I can look at the way it's illustrated just with a line to start with, just to give me an idea. Blocking this out, and this section coming up and around. And it is a very organic shape, so you're trying to help yourself by looking at anything that is more geometric. So these cross contour lines, the closer you look, you'll see some of the texture trying to assist in that, but you can kind of see this is a kind of a organic, mushy, circular shape to build this up. Bringing that down and trying to look at how this wraps itself around. So once you get some of the initial layout, you'll be able to shade this and take advantage of the texture that's there. So kind of taking a look at the outside of this, the light is actually on top of it from this direction. And as you take a look at the inside of this, the stem, again, it's giving me a general location for it, and just kind of finding these points just to help me along, and then go back in and concentrate right on that edge. And as this stem comes out, kind of locating it in there, it's broken off, and so you really see some of the texture. So I'll leave that and come back to that piece. And there has this general outside piece. If I zoom in as close as I can, without getting too pixelated there, you can kind of see that these edges kind of taper in. Cast shadows on there so I can see that later. But then these are kind of opened up, it splits itself. And again, you're trying to find as much of the mechanical or geometric look to this as you can to help you, because it is pretty organic all the way throughout. And then these pieces, as they stem out from this section, you can kind of see from this corner where they arch themselves out, and that's where the shading starts. So once you get the layout, let the shading kind of help go in the direction of the object. So here I'm just kind of seeing this piece. Come back in here. And feel free to turn your paper. Keep a piece that's under here. I'm kind of using some hatch lines just to get it started, and let those lines help make that form right there. You can see it there. So then each one of these shapes has its own light source with all the 6 tones drawn in there, and then the stem itself. And each time you can always heavy up some of the edges just to see it and try to analyze what's happening on that stem. And just continue coming around that. Depending on the texture of your paper, you'll get a little bit of texture in your drawing too, so you can add that to that. But again, I can just rotate this around and follow this all the way across. So see how you get going on there. Give it a try. Illustrating that piece. Trying different rotation levels there. Just start to look at each of these shapes as they become shaded with that 6-tone scale there. And when you look at it, take a look at the reference and try to get the darkest value inside this part. Look at this part. And just keep pushing it. Once you get it, just start to go for the darkest values to lay it out in there. Look at these edges. Take a look at the shadow. Take a look at the contour line again. You can heavy up the darker lines there. See how you do. See if you can lay that section out right there.